So hello all, and we'll start with the lecture of loops in Python. I guess you have already learned about the conditional statements in the next lecture. Oh, sorry, in the previous lecture. Then we'll start with the loops. So first of all, what are loops? Loops are basically are the like core, core structure that helps us in the automation of tasks, or let us avoid the repetition of the task. For example, let's just take if you want to print the uh, numbers from 1 to 10, what will you do? Like if you print again and again, like print 1 2 3 4, and again write the print statement again and again, it will be very cumbersome and tiresome. So for that, there are loops in every programming language. There are created some loops. So we'll be studying about that today. Okay. So what are loops? Loops are just a block of code that helps us execute the same thing multiple times again automatically without any intervention from the coder. Okay, so and the loops are used because first of all they automate the certain piece of code that we don't have, so that we don't have to write the piece of code again and again. And it also helps in reducing duplication, and it also helps in the making the programming go faster, and we have make it more cleaner. Okay, so mostly Python has two types of loops. First of all, for loops. It is used when you have to loop through a finite sequence. Like for example, if you print a number from 1 to 10, there are only 10 numbers. So you have print 1, 2, 3, 4. For that, we mostly use for loops. And while loops are used when there's some condition that have to be met. For example, I have to print numbers till 25. So I will put in the condition that when the 25 is reached, loop should be automatically be terminated. So let me show you with an example. Let's just say in the Python for first of all we will be using for loops. Oh wait, and yeah, for loops. First of all, like for the for loops, the state word that keyword that we use in Python is called for. Okay, for I. I is just a basically variable which used to define the which used to assign the variable that we are currently on the loop right now. Let me show it. For example, if I write this statement for I in uh, range 10. Range is another also function. I will explain it in a bit. Uh, and then print I. If I run it, see, it has printed from the number 0 to 9. See, okay. So what is the value when we are trying to print I? I is basically the number that is currently in, we are marking at the currently that is in the process of printing in the loop. First, it will print 0 because first number will be in the sequence of 0. Every loop start from 0. Then we will print 1. Then we will print 2. Then we will be 3 and so on till 9. Okay. So let me explain a bit about the range function here since you are seeing it for the first time. So basically range is a collection of let's just say values. Range 10 means from the numbers from number all the numbers till 10. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It will stop at the number number before that you have the given it. For example, here I have given 10 and it will stop at 9. Okay. And same for the while loop. If I use same example in the while loop, while let's just say for the while we have to first given a variable first before the loop. Let's just say I is equals to 0. Okay. And I till I is smaller than 10, we will print I. And what happens in while loop? We have to put a condition with also. Like if I give I is equals to 10, it will print I. Okay, I is smaller than 10. What is the value of I? I is value of I is 0. Okay, so value of I is 0, and now we are not giving any condition here. What will happen? It will go in infinite loop. It will keep on printing I, keep on printing I, and we will stuck in a loop that will run forever. So in the while loop, we have to give a condition also. So if I give here a condition I plus I is equals to I plus 1. Okay. And if I run it, see, it is also giving the same output 0, 1, 2, 3 till 9. What we have, what we did is here is we put a variable and give it a value 0. And for the while, using the while loop, using while keyword here, we give it a condition that I is smaller than, till the I is smaller than 10, we will print I. Okay. And or on every iteration, every time the value of I is printed, after that we will increase the value of I to 1, so that so that we don't stuck in the infinite loop. It is a very like important concept in while loop, so that code doesn't rerun itself again and again. So that we have to put a condition to stop loop from running again and again. Okay. So it is basically we have to like give it a increase or decrease the value according to the problem statement. Okay. So these are the mostly used type of loops in the Python. So here is an example for loop syntax. As I showed you in the code, for variable in sequence, it can be any type of sequence. It can be string, it can be list of values, or numbers, the range function that I just showed. We will work on different types of loop in this class. So uh, I will tell you about them in later. For example, here we took for I in range 5. Okay. In the code that I showed you earlier, we took the range 10, but it's okay. For I in range 5, it means range 5 is a sequence of number which will have these numbers 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we have to print the value, each value in that sequence. Uh, for example, range 5. Range 5 means, suppose we have a range 5 means we have a collection of 5 values from 0 to 4, because range function always stops the uh, iteration from to previous number. Okay. So we have printed each value in the sequence 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, as you can see in the slide. So this is just the one type of for loop. We will work on the many types of for loop in the later section. Similarly, for the while loop is a condition block. Here you can see as a syntax while is a keyword, and uh, condition is a type of requirement till which you have to run the loop. It's a requirement that till which you have to run the loop is given to the code, given in the code. Sorry. Example: I is equals to 0, and while I is smaller than 5, we have to print I, and value of I will keep on increasing till 1. If we don't give the sequence, let's just see what will happen is if we don't give this. Uh, so if we don't give this statement like I is equal with increment of statement, we don't give it. What will happen? See, it will keep on running the same value again and again. See, you can see here it is still running, and it will keep on running uh, till infinite. As long as the computer resources hold on, it will keep on running, and it will keep on printing the same value. See, you can see it. slowly and slowly giving the same output again and again. Okay. All we have to do then after we have to stop the execution by keyboard interrupt or control. You can use control plus C also, or you can just click on this. Okay. So this statement is important for the while loop because that's how we regulate the value of the parameter or the value of any data variable that we use. Okay. So I uh, equals to I plus 1. Important statement to regulate a while loop. Okay. Any doubts still here?
No.
Okay. So it's an another example of loop. Most probably for loop. Here we have took a list. So you have, if you are not familiar with the list concept, it is basically an collection of objects put it together so that we can study it or create a collection for another future operations. Here we have a list which contains the fruit names apple, banana, cherry. For fruit in fruits, basically what statement it means that fruit, here fruit means we are denoting the value which will come from this sequence. For example, in apple, banana, cherry, first value is apple. So the value of apple will be denoted to the fruit. Fruit here is just a data variable that we studied in the very first lecture, in the previous lecture. And fruits is the list. As you can see, fruits is the list. So basically, it means for every variable in fruits, we have to print the fruit variable which denotes the value of apple, banana, and cherry. So as you can see, also can see the output on the slide. The output will be something like this. So and if I like just show you the code by writing it, L just take a data variable L, and we will denote it by take the same list that is in the example banana and what was the name? Cherry for fruit in fruit in fruits. I should take this as fruits instead of L. Fruit. Okay. Print fruit. See, app. It printed the every value that was in the list. Okay. Now, first of all, in the earlier examples, I took in the for loop, I just took in data variable as I. Okay. And in this for statement, loop statement, let me write it there. Loop statement. I took fruit as a holding variable. So you can take any variable of your choice here. If you want to take I and here, and if you want to take any other variable like fruit or vegetable or any other variable, data variable that you like in that moment, you can take it. Just take it as a holder for a for the amount of loop for the amount of time the loop will run. It's very it's just a variable that will hold the values of the sequence. It is the fruit variable here is only holding the value that in the fruits list. So you can pick any variable here you want. Okay. I first of all I took I is just that it's a common practice. Most of the time took I for the like better convenience or it's just like better choice there. Okay. Like suppose let's just take another example. Uh, okay. Another Now loop, for loop, it can be, we'll more focus on for loop for now. For loop can iterate over string also. Okay. Suppose I'll take string as just a simple word. I'll take just a simple word like fruit is equals to apple. Okay. Now, suppose one day I have a requirement that I have to print the each and every alphabet in the apple. Okay. So, like, if you don't know about any kind of loop, what will you do? You try. You have the variable in front of you, and you will try to print like each and alphabet. Like, suppose first of all, like I print A. Okay. Then I print B. It will be very like you will just keep on writing the print statement again and again, and it will not look good as well. It's very like tiring. So what you can do is use the for loop for I in I means a single variable that will hold the value of a sequence in a certain time in fruit. Okay, and just print I. What will happen? See, it individually selected each and every alphabet used in word apple and printed it in. Okay. So you can use for loops so for many applications. It's just one of the many applications that we can iterate over strings. We can iterate over list. Iterate means like running through the sequence. Okay. So we can use many applications. In many applications, for loops can be used. Mostly, you will use for most of the operations in Python. You will use for loops. While loops. You will also loop while loops, but not in many conditions. Only when there's some kind of condition and you don't know the like how long the loop needs to run, or you just have to print. You just have the condition, and you have to print the entire values of the sequence. Not just you have done some kind of finite statement, or some like some uh, finite variable with you. So let's just write me down here for better understanding. For loops are used to iterate means runs over finite uh, objects. Okay. It's not like you can't run while loop. It's just most preferred are for loops. Okay. While loops are run when there is some condition. Okay. It's like basic surface level definition. It's not like you have to follow it through and through. Okay. Just for the starting, since you are just starting over Python. So it will help. Okay. So what is next? Okay. So it can like other than list, it can also like iterate over dictionaries, tuples. You will learn about them in the future lectures, like what are lists, what are tuples, what are dictionary. For now, just remember it as a sequence of objects uh, taken together. Okay. Okay. So now we have nested loops. So nested loops is nothing but if we put loop another inside loop. Okay. For example, you can see here for I in range 1 to 3. One range 1 to 3 means uh, the initial element is 1 and the final element is 3. Okay. And we put another loop inside there for j in range 1 and 3. Same range, but loop is inside one another. And then we print the value of I and j. Okay. So as you can see, the output, you get 1. 1 from this, first of all, 1, and then 1 from this one. Okay. Similarly, we will get from 1 from first loop, second from this loop, and it keeps on um, iterating over lag till it's reached the finish line. Let me show it over the code. Okay, so for I in range 1 comma 3, for I in range 1 comma 3. Okay, for j in range. Remember, you can't have the same variables if we are using nested loop. Okay, if you use I in the outer loop, if it is in let's just outer loop, then you have to use the different variable in the inner loop. In the loop. Okay. Print I comma j. Let's just run it. Okay, so see, you got the output here 1 1 1 2 2 1 and 2 2. So first of all, what is happening inside this nested loop is first of all, what will happen? Range 1 to 3. Uh, range 1 comma 3 means sorry, 3 means it will iterate to 0. It will hold a sorry, it will hold a value of 0, 1, 2. Okay. These are the values that it will hold. Same with this range function. It's the same as the upper one. So what is happening is that first of all, we have to take in the value of I. Let me write here. Okay. First, we have to take in I equal to 1. Okay. After that, once the I equals to 1 is taken, it will go to inner loop. This one. Okay. Now, I will remain 1, but the inner loop will run in its entirety. Okay, so J will run till 1. Oh, just a second. I think I made a mistake here. 1 to 3 means 1 to 2. It will start at 1 and end at the previous element of the last element. That means 1 to 3 means it will hold a value of 1 or 2. 1 and 2, not 0. Okay. J J will take the value 1 and it will print 1 1. That is the first output. Okay. Now what will happen after that? Value of I will remain the same. Okay. But the value of j, it will change after sorry, when when we reach this inner loop, it will run its full course before changing the value of I. Okay. Now, then again, I value of I will okay. Sorry. So 1 or 2. Now range is reached as we have earlier written the value of 1 or 2. It will take only value of 1 and 2. So this loop has run fully. Okay. Now it will change the value of I. Okay. Now value of the I will be 2. Okay. Then it will again inner loop will be run in its full course. Will take the value j equal to 1 again. And then value of I remains same and value of j will change to 2. Okay. So that's how it's working in the background. As you can see in the output, 1, value of I, 1, value of j, 1, value of 1, value of I, 1, and then value of 2 that is j. Okay. Let's just put me here like this. I equal to. You can also print string with these, okay? Plus, and value of j equal to. Plus, let's just print it again, okay? Only concatenate, okay. Guess we have to like just put the comma here. Okay, I equal to 1 in the in the very first statement and j equal to 1. Then what happened? I remain same and j value of j changed to 2. Okay. And then again, then when the inner loop has fully completed its course, we will again go back to the outer loop. Let me show you. We will again go here, and then the value of I will change from 1 to 2. And then we will go to j inner loop, which has j again. Okay. So that's how the nested loops work. First of all, we take the value from outer loop. Then we will go inside the inner loop, and then inner loop will run its course, and then we will go to back to the outer loop to change the value, and then we will go to a inner loop again. Uh, any doubts? Like I'm just keep on saying inner loop and outer loop. You're getting it right?
Yes.
Okay. All these all these loops, and you can just try to experiment with loops. Like it can, you can, as I shown you in there, it can also run through string, or it can also run through nested nested loops. You just if you try practice in your own environment, you will easily able to understand it. Okay. Now loop control statements. So basically, what happens is uh, sometimes inside the loop, some kind of there's some kind of condition matches, so that we don't have to run the loop in a scenario. Like we have don't have to run the loop fully. Okay. For example, let's just say if I am printing values from 1 to 10, or as given an example from range 5, if I'm printing value range to from 0 to 5, okay, it will print 0 to 4, but okay. And if I put the condition inside the for loop, and I guess you have learned about the conditional statements in the previous lecture. If, as you can see, then see the example on the screen. If I print the range from 5, sorry, till 5, and I put the condition in the inside the loop that when I is equals to 3, you can continue. Continue means that the loop will not stop there. It will just uh, run normally. Nothing will happen. Okay. And after that, I put the print statement and say print each and every value that is stored inside the I. So what will happen is if I use it in the code, let's just remove that. For I in range 5. Okay. Range 5 means it will iterate to 0 to 4. Range always stops at the number previous to the final number or given number. Uh, if I equal to 3, which means if any time in the loop I has a value of 3, what will what we used to do then? Continue. Okay. And print I. If we run that code, see what happened is it if I is equals to 3, it take this as a like skipping statement. Okay. What did it print? Like 0, 1, 2, 4. There is no 3. Okay. What happened? Like I uh, Suppose I is a variable, and it iterates to 0. Okay, I has a value of 0, it printed 0. I has a value of 1, it printed 1. I has a value of 2, it printed 2. Now, when the I has a value of 3, the condition has been met. Okay, so what will happen? It will go inside the if block and it will execute the statement continue. Okay, so what happens is value of I when I is equal to 3 is kept. Okay, nothing happens. The loop will keep on running again, mm, but uh, the value of 3 that is not in the output. It will be skipped. Okay, as you can see in the loop. Let's just take another example for I in range. Uh, then if I equal to 4, continue. Uh, print I. Okay. Now again, see, all the values are printed except 4. Okay. When the loop has reached to the value of 4, it says continue. Okay. We will continue the loop and we will skip the value. Getting it? Okay. Now there are another two loop control statements. I guess. Oh yeah. Another two. Another is break and pass. Loop control statements. Break and pass. What does break do? Break terminates the loop when the value is reached. Okay. And pass is basically just pass the value. Basically, nothing like happens. We will see it in the code. Okay. So uh, let's just start with the break value. Okay. First, break statement for I in range 5. Just let's take I value 8. Okay. For I in range 8, if I equal to 6, break. Instead of continue, we are just writing break here. Okay. Then print the value of I. Okay. Each and every value of I that is in the loop. Okay. If we run, look what happened here. While we are using continue, if we print the value from base to 10, when the condition is met, I when the value is arrived, it basically just skip the value and keep the continuing the loop. Okay. Now what happens in break statement? Break entire terminates the loop in its entirety. Okay. We are printing the loop till the number 8. Okay. If I equal to 6, basically when I reaches the value of 6, break the loop. Okay. So what happens here is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Now you have also had 7, but 7 is not in the output. Okay. Because when the value of I reach 6, it basically terminates the loop. No iteration will happen after break statement. Okay. If we do it again, let's just say same uh, slightly bigger number, 15. Okay. If we take 15 and then again rerun the code, what will happen? See, the output is same because when we reach 6, the loop will terminate. Break means to terminate the loop. To terminate the loop. Okay. And suppose instead of 6 here, I take this time 9. See, till 8, the output is there, but after 8, the value will become 9. Okay. But at when the 9 comes, the loop will terminate because condition is met and we will reach the break statement. Break means terminate the loop. Okay. Now we will go to pass statement. For I in range, let's just say 10. Okay. If I equal to, let's take 8. We use the statement pass. Print I. So let's just see what happened when we use pass statement. Okay. See, nothing happens. Okay. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All the values are printed. So when we reach the like, it has basically pass statement just basically means just pass iteration, i.e., nothing happens. Okay. So it's basically just a statement like there, like if you just keep on running the loop and you do not have uh, anything to put in the condition, basically for right now. Okay. So basically pass, it's used when you have at the moment nothing to write inside the code or inside any for loop or condition block if statement. If you have nothing there, you can just write the state keyword pass and then move on. Nothing will happen. And when you remember, yeah, I have a condition met. What will happen that the condition at that time is met? What will happen? Changes happen to the code. Then we will remove the pass statement and put in the condition. Okay, pass is nothing but like uh, placeholder for the time when you don't have anything. Okay, so these are the loop control statements: break, pass, and continue. Okay. Any doubts? Anything you want to ask, or anything I need to repeat myself for that? If you don't understood it, anything?
No.
Okay. So I think we have reached the assignment now. Uh, the assignment, as you can see on the screen, is to write a Python program to print a multiplication table for any number. Okay. Any you can write the table of 2, 3, 4, 5, any other number. Let me show it. Uh, just for your reference, table of 2. Okay. If I write here for I in range 11. Okay. Since if I take 10, it will only print till 9. Uh, let's make it simple. Let's just take a variable a inside here. What will the value of a? A value of a will be here 2 into I. Okay. Basically, 2 ones are 2, 2 twos are 4, and all that. So here we will print mm, 2x dot format. Okay, let's just write here A for now. Don't make it any complicated. Okay. Take two zeros are zero, two ones are two, two twos are four, two three are six, until two tens are 20. Okay. So basically, you have to write the table of any number. Uh, Write the table of any number using while loop. Okay. It's nothing. Basically, you have to use while, and then put the condition like I equal to 11, and then put that 2 into variable I, and then just print the variables. Okay. So to summarize today's lecture, loops are nothing but to make repetitive and tiresome tasks into more efficient, so that you don't have to spend your energy writing one statement again and again, again and again. And for that, Python provides two types of loop: for loop, iterates over a sequence, and while loop, it runs till the condition that you have given it is true. Okay. And you have to just practice it both with the coding logic. You can just give yourself some scenarios like I have to print 10, or if let's just say I have to print whole numbers, or I have to print prime numbers within the range. How will I do that? You just have to write the for statement and build your logic inside the for loop. Okay. So that's it for today. Any doubts?
I'll just add on this assignment, you don't have to just print the numbers. This is only to demonstrate what Shiv has shown, how you can implement for and while. When you are printing, you have to print it in the table format. 2 multiplied by 1 equal to 2, 2 multiplied by 2 equal to 4, and likewise. Now this 2 should not be a fixed number, but it should be an input. You take the input from the user. I may put 13, I may put 5, I may put 9, but your logic should be able to print the table of whatever number I input onto the screen. Okay, so that's the assignment. You have to put in the code and the output both when you're submitting the assignment. Okay. Harsh, Yuvik, Shashwat, got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great.
Yes.
Any doubts? Like if you want me to something repeat since we have time, and anything you didn't understand, you can tell it. We have around 10-15 minutes right now. And for the assignment, if you can use this format statement as a string, as I've written on the screen in the assignment. If you are wondering like how will I write the entire table like this?
So there are multiple ways. Let them also do some research and play around with the code. This
Yes,
is
sir.
not
Yes,
the
sir.
only way to print. There are multiple ways to print. Figure out and try to see what are the variations that you can use to print the same format in multiple ways.
It is my
More,
most preferred format, but you can find out any other methods. There are like 5 to 10 methods different, and whatever suits you, you can write in the assignment.
more you research and more you try to play with the variations, more you will have a command on this language. Try with the for loop, try with the while loop, all these things. When you are able to do this and you get a good hold of for and while, this is the strongest thing that you can have in the programming, because the logic, the algorithms, everything is based on uh, these loops and the conditional statements.
And if you have any doubt kind of doubt right now or in the future, you can contact me. You have my number. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So any doubts like right now and anything you didn't understand that so that if you don't want to, I can repeat it.
Okay, so no other doubts, then let's close the call. Okay, thank you everyone
Okay.
and
Thank
have a
you
good
all. Thank
week.
you.
We'll meet next Saturday with the new session. Thank you.
Okay.
Bye
Thank you
bye.
all. Bye.
Thank you, sir. Thank you,